I was born 7.5 weeks early, arriving into a world that wasn't quite ready for me, and in many ways, a world that didn't understand me. At just 2.5 weeks old, I was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. But even with a diagnosis, answers were few and far between. Doctors knew very little, and so did my family. All we knew was that my body was different. From the start, I was extremely floppy, with low muscle tone, bruised easily and had a heart murmur. But no one could fully explain what my future would look like. Growing up with a syndrome that even specialists barely understood meant that I didn't understand it either. Knowledge of EDS was so limited that even the experts couldn't give clear answers. So how was I supposed to make sense of it as a child? It took until I was in my early 30s for doctors to learn which type of EDS I actually have. Classical Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Even then, the diagnosis didn't make things easier. In some ways, it complicated them even further. While it proved why my skin is so fragile, since classical EDS is one of the rarer types, it also meant navigating a condition that is even less understood than before. But my story doesn't stop there, because even among those with classical EDS, I am rare. When I underwent the 100,000 Genome Project, a study looking at rare disease genetics, my results show something unexpected. Not only do I have a mutation in a known EDS-related gene, but I also have an additional genetic mutation that has never been seen before. A part of me, at the genetic level, doesn't match anything they've encountered before. I truly am rare, and that, in itself, raises even more questions that no one has the answers to yet. Living with a rare disease isn't just about managing symptoms. It's about constantly fighting to be heard, to be understood, and to get the care you need. It's about explaining your condition over and over again, even to medical professionals who should already know. It's about navigating a world that often overlooks the rare, the complex, and the invisible struggles people like me face every single day. As I got older, I had to learn to advocate for myself in a world that wasn't listening. I spoke up when I needed support, especially during my time at residential college. While my physical needs were mostly looked after, emotionally I felt lost. Unlike many of my peers, I could communicate, express my thoughts, and understand what was happening around me. But that also meant expectations were higher, because I was seen as more able. My struggles were overlooked. College days were long and exhausting. Classes all day, then evening sessions, which were meant to be optional, but for me, they never truly felt that way. As a people pleaser, I didn't want anyone to think I was lazy or disinterested. I didn't want to disappoint anyone. And part of me wanted to explore every opportunity I was shown, to prove to myself and to others that I was capable. So I pushed myself over and over again. I know I probably didn't always let it show when things became too much. At least not at first. But I was there for 3 years. I lived there. At some point the signs were there, whether I voiced them or not. Maybe I hid my struggles well in the beginning, but over time it shouldn't have been noticed. And when everything eventually got too much, it became impossible to ignore. As time went on, more health challenges arose. The reality of living with a condition like EDS is that it doesn't just stay the same. It evolves. New symptoms, new complications, and new battles appear where you least expect them. I struggle with anxiety, but finding support that actually helped was nearly impossible. Counsellors and therapists weren't trained to understand the complexities of my condition. The mental toll of living with an unpredictable disease was something that traditional therapy just didn't account for. In some ways, it hurt more than it helped. People see my smile, they see my makeup, my nice clothes, and maybe they listen, but they don't truly understand. They don't see the days when getting out of bed feels impossible, when I can't do the things I love because the pain is too much. They don't realise that a single wrong movement can cause an injury, or how exhausting it is just to focus when my body is fighting against me. That's why today, on Rare Disease Day, I'm sharing my story. Not just for myself, but for every person out there living with a rare condition. For those who feel unseen, unheard, or misunderstood, because no one should have to fight for basic understanding. No one should feel alone in their struggles. EDS is complex. Rare diseases are complex. But awareness can bring change. Understanding can bring support. And I hope that by sharing my journey, I can make even the smallest difference. For those who live with this condition, and for those who need to see the reality behind the smile. I am rare, but I am not alone, and neither are you. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to Dinkykts EDS Diaries. Let's raise awareness together. Thank you. Bye bye.